Buen día, que pedo, que onda, que pasa, que tal? How's everybody doing this happy Friday? Sorry I missed the bell there. I'm getting a little bit of a late start. I got up early, was going to do a couple minutes before the bell, and we had a lightning storm here. So, but we're here now, and let's get it popping. Take you guys right to the charts. Take a look over here. And AMC getting a push. All right, we found our support level here. You guys remember we set this thing yesterday here. Sitting currently at 971. Looking like we're getting a little bit of a push up. I don't think there's any news that came out. Let's see. GameStop shares climb on new chairman news. Rest of Wall Street bets mostly flat. Why did Academy Sports and Outdoors ASO stock dip? I don't see anything related to AMC in that. We will keep checking in to see what's happening, but it looks like we found our support level here on this 967 price level. So we got to push, but as soon as we got it, we found some pressure here. Taking a look at the level twos. Looks like we got some buyers there. 966. 966 and 67. Mostly selling at 68. Nothing crazy. Going up to 970 next. There we go. All right, let's just keep on climbing. And a little bit back down. All right, so we had, I'm assuming possibly that what happens first minute of the market open, that people may have some orders set, whether it's a limit order, sell order, whatever the case may be, that they don't activate. They're not extended hours, so that they're probably market hours only, and they take place on that first minute. So I see a huge pump in volume. That's just my guess. If anybody knows, let me know. We are going to pull up the flex grid here. Take a look over at GameStop, see how they're doing, because that article was saying that they're doing okay, and doesn't look like they are doing the greatest at 168. Zooming back out here. See high pre-market yesterday of 189.18. We know that they were trading for a long time in the 170s. Yep, 176 here, and then they broke below this level of support and found a low of 164. So a little bit higher than their low yesterday. After market, or pre-market, shall I say, looks like they got up to about 173-ish. So we'll see what they can do. Here we mostly monitor AMC because we do not currently hold positions in GameStop. So, man, some big movement here. If we can break right through this and then set on top of this level of resistance here at 969, that would be very good news for us. It's a very tight window here of these two levels here, and I don't remember why we set those. I think we were just looking here yesterday at some ranges, probably within this area here, where we found some resistance there at this 969, and we found some support in here at this 967 when we fell back down. So again, support there, support there, support there, support there, support there, support there, resistance there, support there, support there, resistance and support. So just using yesterday's levels and gonna see if we respect those, or if at some point we drop down or find a new level here. Some of our other positions doing okay. Harley Davidson up on the day. Look at this, 42.63. We have our sell order set at, I think it's 43.20 if I remember correctly. 43.20 is our sell order. That would give us a percentage of, I think our current average price is 40.85. Oh man, we're at 40.85. I think that's why it's green. So that's 5 point. It's almost 5.5%. So we've held this position for a very long time. Not a lot at all. 42 long at, this is wrong here, 42.02. This is definitely, I don't know why this keeps showing it to be this, but it's 40.85. It's not 40.02, or else we'd be a lot higher up in the net profit here. So currently up $73 on the day, 62 overall, 60 overall. Looks like we're dropping a little bit here. Hit that high of 42.63. Don't know what news came out. All right, North Coast Research upgrades Harley Davidson to buy from neutral. Price target is $49. Wow. Whew, that's good news then. This is back on March 31st. We talked about this already from both Wedbush and Baird upgrading their price targets respectively, each to $45 and $43. So, seeing this one at 49 is very, very good news. We may, if we start pushing up closer to this, let me get us here. Let's say we want to see at 42.90. Let's set an alert here. We may pull. We may pull this sell order out of here, and see what else we can take off if this thing, you know, when it was 43 and 45, I'm like, okay, a couple dollars less. You know, we're taking our 5%. However, we've been in this for a very long time. We did get dividends. Going back over here to analyze the position, you can see down here dividend yields 1.19. It used to be a lot higher. They don't update this very frequently. I think AT&T is still showing 7.23, even though it had gotten down to like 6. Still very good dividend. Currently at 21 cents annually, when it used to be $1.50 in 19. Dropped to 44 cents in 20, and currently looks like 21 cents. So not the very best. We did get dividends all the way from, I think we got this in 2018. So we got, you know, a little bit of money here and there. So we got our money out of it, and at least our dividend out of it. And now we're trying to make some profit. 5% is usually what I go through on a scalp, or, you know, a little swing trade. But if the price targets, the PTs are set at 49, we might try to take 49. Sorry if my face is so dark. I moved my entire setup lower down into my garage area, and I ran out of batteries on the LED that I was using yesterday. So I have overhead light, but they're farther behind me, and it's just overhead, so nothing kind of lighting this area. So I actually have to go back and watch the stream and see if it's really, really bad, but you guys should be watching the charts for the majority of our trading sessions here. AMTX down about 13 cents from close of yesterday. Got a high of 27.42. Was pushing up. We got our order set here at 28.03, and we're pushing there. I want to say we bought in here only 2 positions long at 26.70. So currently down about $1.30, 27 cents on the day. There, I hit the 2070 mark. All right, so that is roughly about the 5% range there. Pretty dang close, right? 5% is good enough for us. We were practicing our scalping on this, and we knew there was potential for a swing about 2 weeks ago. Just looking at this 180 day, you can see all the way back from July at low of 80 cents, and it just continually climbs. Slow climb, a little bit of a pullback here, still above its 80-cent range to 221. So, you know, you're looking at doubling there, and then just continue to get little pops and pullbacks, and continue this ride up. And then now we're getting bigger pops here, you know, but with the bigger pops, we get bigger pullbacks. This is the trend line that I have set for this, that I think this thing is going to continue on upwards. It may take a little bit more time. We might have a little bit more of a pullback and get another bounce here. I would look for us to test this 27.44 before we get that pullback. I am at least hoping that that is the case. But you have seen here in the past that right after the pullback, it doesn't quite reach its potential before it has another pullback or two, and then pops back up to beat its previous high. So these are all-time highs set on this stock here, and we know that by going back. Should I go to the 20-year, and you guys can see here. So that's a 20-year. Where was that? There we go. Let's go back to the 180. Zooming in here on the 180-day 4-hour time frame, and like I was saying, we had right here we had a pullback. It didn't get as high. It almost did, and then it pulled back again, and then it shot up and beat that high. So then there's the pullback, and it continually climbed and hit that. Then we had the pullback 2, and now we're kind of trading sideways just a little bit here in this range. I'm expecting at some point we're either going to continue on flat for a little bit, or we're going to have a little bit of a pullback, bounce off this trend line that I've set, and then push on up. we will see. Don't think there's really any news on AMTX. Something had came out, but yeah, that's 4.5. So nothing really going on in the news section here. Looks like we're finding some support down here at this 2607 price level. So we'll see if we can get a pop. We've got some levels of resistance here, and probably one more. Probably one more about this $26.98, $27 range. So you see we found some resistance here, and again in this area here. This is pre-market, and then again in the day. This is a couple days ago. So we'll see if we can get past this level here at 20. You know, these are whole round numbers. Everybody likes the whole numbers here, 26.5 to 27. So especially when you're on all-time highs, it's those half numbers there become support levels and resistance. Looking on to Rocket, up 17 cents on the day here. A lot of people are projecting that Rocket is undervalued. And if they continue their dividend like they did, we'll go analyze RKT here. That's the ticker symbol. RKT doesn't look like it's showing any dividend here, but we know back on, I think it was March 8th or 9th, if you held the position, and that was right around the run-up. See if I can drag up that day. That's the 3rd. Okay. You know, don't know why it didn't run up even more here, but they announced a $1.11 per share for this 1 quarter special dividend. If you held it, I think on March 8th or 9th. I think it was 8th was the ex-dividend day. I could be wrong. Could have been paid out at some point in there as well. So if they do that again, I think this is a very, if they bring a dividend into this, this could be a very, very good position to add to the portfolio for our dividend plays. So we try to diversify our portfolio here. We try to keep some things like AT&T, which currently looks like they're up about 12 cents on the day. Went down yesterday, shot down pretty hard in the morning. They've had some news come out. We'll just zoom in microscopically there. AT&T expects to record gain of $2.8 billion related to pension obligations in first quarter. So, to record. So we'll see if this thing starts to climb up or what's going on. I'm just going to read through this really quickly here. All right, I didn't read too much. Looks like they're finding some support here about the 3014 price level that we set. We are holding this because of the dividend. Just got to keep a couple positions in our portfolio that are locked down tight, you know. And maybe this isn't the tightest, but I think the price action on this thing, if it does have a big day, it's like a 1% day on the moves here. So they're still showing a dividend yield of 7.23. Dividend is $2.08. Showing annually. Actually went up in 2020 from 205 and 19. So doing pretty good on the dividend here. That's a very good dividend yield, and that's why we're holding this thing. We want the divvies. We don't hold too much. Not too much at all. About 108 positions at $28.98. Currently up about $124, $25. 16 on the day. I think at some point either yesterday or the day before we were up like $200, so it was looking pretty good. We were at like 6% profit on our position here. Yeah, it was when we were hitting, actually it was a couple days ago, so when we were hitting 31s. We you see here we hit this high of 31, so we're looking pretty good there. We've got our little pullback here, but doesn't concern me at all. On the 10-day here, you see a little run up, pull back again, run up, major pullback here. I mean, almost a 100% retracement over the 10-day span. Over the 20-day span, You can see it has some pretty choppy price action there. However, as I was saying, that's only 4%, and that looks massive, massive there. It's only 4.25. So it's not like it's moving a ton when it moves. I mean, all these ranges here are within $29 to $31. Only a couple bucks here within range here. And again, we're in it for less than 29. So this one, just a long-term play for us. We'll collect the dividends along the way, and we'll reinvest the dividends into something else. We're bag holding here. Don't really want to talk about this one. I'm kind of tired of UPC right now. At some point, we'll just try it. We're down 21 bucks, so it's not a lot. Only 13 long. We were just messing around, practicing our scalping opportunities and scalping skills. And you know, I got thrown off. I got thrown off because I had already made a few day trades that week. I was on the third day trade, all of which had made over 5% profit. I was on the third one. I was like, all right, this is the last one. I had my sell order set for a little high at 6%, thinking that we were going to get it. And let me just show you guys here. I don't even know if this is that far back. All right, so this is going to be in a 5 minute. You're not going to be able to see exactly what was going on here. We caught the thing, and it started to run up. Honestly, yeah, I'm just going to change it to the 1 minute here, just so you can see exactly what was happening here. So when we are looking into a position here, a few things, you know, you need to have a strategy going into the market, right? Our strategy is know your entry point, know your exit point, respect the strategy, don't get greedy. I should probably rearrange these in some order. Know your PDT rule, right? So know your entry point. Know that if you think this thing is running, if you think there's a chance that you want to get it, you like the action here. For instance, this is where we were at. It looks better whenever take a look over here. All right, so I am sorry if this is, you know, kind of hard to see. This is what we saw. We saw the run up. We saw the pullback. I want to say we saw the pullback again, and we saw the consolidation. So we knew at least to this range here is where we were looking for profits. Potentially going to test this out and go up a little bit higher here. So we waited for the pullback, we waited for the consolidation, and we waited for it to show signs of reversal. It did show signs of reversal, and I think we got in. What's it, 632? I think we bought at market, so we got in right here, 632. We saw the consolidation, the signs of reversal. It had a little pullback, but boom! Once it got to above this, we knew it was going to run up a little bit higher, and we knew our potential for profit here was from at least that range to somewhere in there. There's our 5. We were shooting for like 6% or so, and we got very close. I think I had it set for 671. So you see we hit 672, just didn't find the buyers, I guess. I had the sell order set. We saw the first pop up, and it didn't keep going, and I said, okay, well, this is maybe where its peak is. I think it was 678 is where we had it set. Yeah, right there. So 678 is top of that one. So I thought, all right, we saw it didn't reach that. It's like, you know what? I'm getting kind of greedy. That's above the 5%, which is know your exit point. We didn't respect that, which is respect your strategy. And we didn't follow that. And we set at 6%. We got greedy. And anyhow, so I changed it, and I changed it very quickly when it started to pull back here to lower it to 5%. It got its pop. And I got the notification saying that I was going to get margin call, that I had already made the day trades for the PDT rule, and it threw me off, and I was kind of confused, and boom, I mean, yeah, we lost out there. You know, we would have gotten our percentage there. We're looking at 8 minutes, 7 minutes. I mean, this thing happened very quickly, and unfortunately, I was like trying to figure out, like, wait, what's going on? Why is it telling me that I'm going to get margin called if I don't have 25 grand in my account? Anyhow, so, you know, kind of upset with this one. We played it right, and well, up until the point that we didn't follow our strategy here. So that is what it is. We're kind of hanging on. We think potentially that, I think potentially that there could be another pop in somewhere. You see this thing shot up to 26.80, pulled back, popped up again. Now it's consolidating down here at this 4.5 range. I think it'll potentially get back up there at some point. We're just going to hang on to it, see what happens. I do not believe that there is any kind of dividend here. and there's not. So that is what it is. We're just bag holding right there. So nothing else in the portfolio really to show. Hog doing its thing over here, so kind of want to keep my eyes on it. We're getting eh. So 4280 looks like the high here. Let's see if this thing can keep climbing. The issue is that it doesn't look like it has a ton of volume in here. That's 24,000. Even this big one's only 93,000. So one thing to notice when you guys are analyzing these potential entry points or positions, if you're looking for things, right, we're looking for catalyst and volume, and this is at 153 million shares outstanding, so should be a lot more in the form of volume here. For instance, GameStop is only 70 million, and if we were to go over to GameStop, you're going to see GameStop's volume is quite a bit more. That's actually pretty low. 15, 17, 29, 30, 28, 35. So we'll say they're in the 25 range. And you know, going over here to Hog, even on its best one was doing okay at 93, but these other ones 15, 20, you know, 10, 6, 5, like not a lot of volume here. So potentially that was its high point. We'll see what happens there. Would expect more volume, right? So again, wrapping around our strategy here. For the guidelines, you want to have a high volume in the position, and what we do is we go to analyze, we type in the stock, we figure out the shares outstanding, and I'll tell you generally you can kind of compare to another position to see, you know, how much volume, or you can go back in the chart's history and figure out how much volume typically moves on day-to-day action and minute to minute, right? Because we're keeping this on the 1 day 1 minute intraday time frame here. You want to see how much is moving per minute normally. You also want a catalyst of some sort, whether it's earnings or some kind of news that they come out with, something, a product release, some kind of catalyst to drive the price, right? So for us on Hog, for instance, it says North Coast Research upgrade Charlie to buy from neutral price target of $49. We're currently at 42.5, so there is potential for growth here. That's our catalyst. We don't have the volume we would want to see. Going back on an auto zoom, you can see here we're a little bit higher, so maybe we do have the volume. So that's what I'm saying, compare, right? So we're looking at, yeah, not a lot of volume at all. Less than 1,000 in some of these minutes here. 2,000, 6,000, 200, 200, 100, 200. So we may actually have the volume comparatively to the rest of its chart. That's why it's good to go back and look, and also look at the shares outstanding, kind of give you a better feel, right? So if you have very low volume, typically in my experience, what I've seen is like they're just lower shares outstanding, whereas something like AMC, who has 450 million shares outstanding supposedly, which FinViz, if we were to pull up, is going to say 490 million, and I'll pull it up over here on the side and just bring it over to you guys here. So FinViz is actually saying 491.04 million shares outstanding on AMC, not the 450 million shares outstanding that AMC claims or is supposed to have here, down here, 450.156 here, total shares outstanding. So when you have that many millions of shares outstanding, the volume typically will be a little bit higher. So you see some, you can't say like, oh, it needs to be over this amount or this amount in order to show that it has high volume, because you just got to look at typically where it trades. If it's under 1,000, like Harley was yesterday, and now you're seeing this thing, you know, 15 times the volume here, 18 times the volume. This is actually pretty good volume. You can see we're currently trading above the middle VWAP here, just kind of consolidating out but slowly moving. So we had a little bit of a pullback, we consolidated here in this range here. You see once we pop above this is when we start to get a push here. That's 42.48. Once we get that pop above, we start to push, and then we're, you know, just consolidating right here, potentially having a little bit of a pullback here, finding some support here at 42.48 again, which was our resistance level right here. So we will set a, we'll just keep it right there. That's close enough in between. There's a little bit of gap actually between both of them, but For now, that looks like it's a good level of support. We'll see if we can hold on to this level of support here. The other thing, we just need volume. I don't think that Harley Davidson is a sexy stock pick for most brokers, traders, as I was traders. And coffee's getting cold over here. And we broke below. So having a little bit of a pullback here. We'll see how far we go. If we can remain above the middle VWAP here and get a bounce off of it, could be good news for us. However, we might just trade like this for a while. It is low volume, however, it's still about 5, 6, 7 times more than what it normally trades, so that is good news here. Going back over to AMC, which is why we're all mainly here, I'd really love to see us get back above $10 at some point today. Options ending this Friday. I'm sure there's quite a few calls for $10. However, we don't play options anymore. I currently have one position, as you guys can see, it's at 134. I think I paid 165. I'm down about $131 on this thing. So expiration date is June 18th, and this is a $40 strike price. So 100 something bucks. So far, our two losses in the market in about 3 years have been two options calls on AMC's back-to-back weeks, and this will be the third one. So that's all right. They say that only there's a percentage rate of profitable options trading, and it's so many times per year that you're guaranteed to have losses. So you know what, we don't do very well with that. I hate losing money. I basically just gave away about $300 on options already, $350. Here's another $150 to the pile. We're just gonna ride this thing out, and when this thing squeezes, we're gonna hopefully be profitable. So moment we see green is the moment we're cashing out, if we see green. So it looks like we are finding some support down here about 958. So these half numbers here can't quite get above this range here of 969. Really just kind of using it as a level resistance here. So we will see. It's still very early on in the day. Volume not doing the greatest, not really what we would like to see. Pulling up the flex grid here. GameStop finding a little bit of support down there, starting to make its move up. AMC potentially it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. And the reason I'm saying it's not bad is if we take a look at yesterday, you see this huge sell-off here early on in the day to start the day. I mean, it's massive right there. We did get a pop back up because people realized like this is a very good time to buy. And I don't know if it was yesterday or if it was the day before. We actually bought another 15 shares. So we're steadily adding on to our position here. Current average dollar cost average currently is 8.77. We have moved all the way up. We've averaged up our position from like $8.48 all the way up to this 8.77. And as the price keeps dropping, we'll just keep adding a few more here and there. So not a lot at all, but we're getting there. Add to the position here. We'd like to really see this thing start moving at some point. We really just need some good news catalyst, and we don't have that with AMC. There's just no news right now, and it's being shorted like crazy. Usually we'll see massive sell walls. We see a lot of shorts, short ladder attacks. Just keep this thing down. We need some big news, and we need some big money to step into this thing. And right now we're just not really seeing it. Like the payday. All right. Let's see what I got pulled up. Why is that? Did I close that? Oh, I did. I keep doing that. Man, I hate when I do that. For some reason, what I'll do is I'll pull up something and then I'll close it out. And I hope this doesn't mess up the stream here. All right, still going. All right, cool. I'll open something up and then I'll close it out, and I'll actually close down my YouTube page that I kind of keep open just so I can kind of monitor the stream and how it's going, how long we've been going, and stuff like that. I do want to thank anybody who watches this stream. Currently, 0 viewers, but that's all right. We do this anyway. We're doing this for us. So I'll just take this time, since no one is watching, to explain that I'm not a financial advisor. That this is merely just to document my journey as to becoming a successful day trader. So you just kind of, I'm heavily invested in AMC. We're all about AMC. We also diversify our portfolio here, so we're not solely AMC channel. However, mostly this is what we watch throughout the day. We're watching price action on AMC. We keep going back to it. That's what we do. Any news on AMC, we really deep dive in AMC and try to figure out what's happening currently with AMC. But we monitor all kinds of stocks. AMTX making a good run right now. As you guys know, we currently hold positions here, only about 2. So nothing crazy, but we are watching because of this 180 day here. So looking to make some profit and hop off the train. 42.61 currently on hog. We had some things we were looking up yesterday. BLNK, which is one, and hit 46.45 in the afternoon here. What time is this? Because we stopped watching. Yeah, a little bit before this, right? So I think this was when we kind of stopped watching here. It's about 11 o'clock. I think I ran off, went to the gym. And it continued its trend on upwards throughout the day. So we were watching this thing all the way pretty much from market open around here. We saw this run up here. Currently right now, kind of trading down. Jeffrey Forbes actually posted a video yesterday, and I watched briefly about some potential positions that he's interested in. And he brought up BLNK, and it was kind of odd because we spent most of the day actually watching the chart on BLNK. We also, I want to say, we looked up STPK. We did, obviously, because we are here. When did I set that? Nah, this must have been from. Yeah, this is from. Wow, when did I do that? Jeez, how far do I have to go back? Okay, obviously I set it on the 180-day chart. I wish this kind of showed me the date that I actually set this. I just don't know how to figure that out. And I think we went all the way back here to look for levels of support and resistance. And I think that's what we did. I think I just took some areas and was like, oh, okay, there's level of resistance, level resistance. We found some support here, some support there. So I think that's what we did on this STPK. I'm pretty sure this is one we were watching yesterday. However, let me go back out. We actually had a nice another pop here yesterday. So this thing was not done. It continued to rise on up. I want to say we got to this point when we started trading down here. Is when I left. Yeah, it's about 11 o'clock. So I think potentially we thought there was the high point, but either way, we did not enter a position here. Currently, all of our money is kind of tied up in AMC and a few other positions, so we're just kind of holding steady right now, letting our PDT rule reset. I think it's actually reset by now. I don't see the notifications any longer when I do open my TD Ameritrade app, and normally you can see it here if you guys are on Thinkorswim. This is Thinkorswim platform. On the top left in account info, it'll usually show you how many trades you have left up here. Day trades left. I have mine kind of hidden because it gives all my account information, and I really don't want to put that out there in the YouTube world. So anyways, we're finding support here. I think we'll kind of steadfast and hold here, and we were just watching this. So somebody they're discussing a merger. I don't think that this was the. I mean, it had to be the one, unless we watched it from another point during last week. So anyhow, all right. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go to the stock scan, and we're gonna show you guys how we find these potential scalp opportunities here. And if you're on Thinkorswim, you've got this scan bar up here at the top. You just click scan, and oh man, is my internet that slow again today? We had a really tough time with this thing yesterday. There it goes. All right, now it's populating. kind of freaked me out because I didn't want to have to put all this information again. It's not a lot. It's pretty simple to do. What we have here is the stock from low to max. We've got it set from $5 to $50 is the max. The volume from 300,000 to 200 million. The percentage change from 0 to 1,000%. So these are, you know, high moving stocks within this range, and you can modify this however you would like. Matter of fact, you could probably actually lower the volume quite a bit because for Harley Davidson, it probably shouldn't show up here because Harley Davidson is under that 300,000 in volume, and I don't know if this how this volume is calculated. I think this is if this is per minute or if this is per day or on the day. Yeah, this must be on the day because there's Harley Davidson right there, up 4.83%. So this is not calculated per minute, so we're fine with leaving it right there. If Harley Davidson's in that range and they're trading only like 10, 15,000, so it must be on the day. Anyhow, going back up to the top here, 46% on CELC, currently sitting at 2092. CELC, let's check that out. CELC. And most of its run was during the after hours yesterday. It looks like it's kind of tapered off for today, so not really sure why it's showing us this. Could start to run here. Let's look at a 5-day. Let's look at a 10-day. So nothing much going on there. You know, could potentially start moving on up. Looking at volume here, decent little amount of volume compared to where it normally sits. So this thing could go. News on this, rise 40% on positive data for, I'm not even going to try to say that. So they are, they have announced a worldwide licensing agreement with Pfizer to develop a commercialize, God, I'll try to say it, Ghetto Slib. I don't know, man. That's a weird one for me. Gedatolisib. Gedatolisib. I don't know. That doesn't sound very accurate. However, that's how that one goes. Going back to the stock scan here. UTME is the ticker here. Currently sitting at 58.25. All right. So I thought we had our range set at $50. Not sure why this is showing me a price above $50. Unless this is the amount of movement, but no, it can't be. So, not sure how that one popped in there. Kind of want to keep it under that range, make it more affordable for us. And $50 a share, you know, it's kind of hard if you don't have that kind of money. You know, you only want to play with $100 or so. Academy Sports and Outdoors currently sitting at 30.66, up $1.61 is 5% there. We're looking for the big runners here. FUBO TV Incorporated up $2.10, 10%, 20. Let's take a look at FUBO here. I've heard some things about FUBO in the past, and looking pretty good here. All right, so this is what we want to see. You see the volume way down here, and you see the volume super high up here. So this is comparatively where it would normally be. Had a good little run up in the after hours here. Let's take a look on today. Live news here. Is now the time to buy in FUBO TV, GM, or Tesla. Okay, FUBO TV stock bounces sharply after acquiring exclusive rights to the World Cup 2022. CONMEBOL qualifiers. All right, so some kind of qualifiers there. I don't know what that bowl is. You know, I'm familiar with other things, but all right. So what we saw here, we saw the run up. We're here on the pullback now, waiting for the pullback to stop, consolidation, and then to continue its climb on upwards on the rocket ship here. Let's see what it does. It has already moved from its low point during trading hours of about 7.3%. So potential is there to scalp this thing. We'll see. So going over the strategy, know your entry point, know your exit point. Those are like the first two things before entering, and then don't get greedy. So for us, 5% is that's really what we're looking for to make a sweet deal on a trade. Is 5%. See how far we actually get this pullback here. It's not done. You're looking for a news catalyst, and this thing having the World Cup qualifiers is big news for having those TV rights. I mean, that's huge advertising money. That's big news for football TV. So that's the news catalyst we want. We see the volume, I mean, compared to where it would normally be, 54, 12, 22, 10, 15, to now it's in 300, 400, 200. So good looking volume in there, 115. So decent volume for this position here. We can just analyze it. 140 million shares outstanding, the same as Harley Davidson. If you guys remember, Harley Davidson's only trading like 10, 20, so not a lot. What we're doing here, all right, so we waited for the pullback. We got the pullback. We're waiting for consolidation. We're seeing consolidation, and we need to see signs of reversal here. So what I would like to see is this thing's probably going to consolidate for another minute or two. Once it breaks above this range here is where I think you're going to start to see it run. However, you got to know that the potential there is very, very slim for it to even get up to that point. You're looking at less than 1% there. You're looking at less than 1% there. There's your 1% here. It's got to beat this high for the day to get its 1%. So, and really where you would want to get out, I mean, for us, we want that 5%. That 5% is way up here at, geez, can't even see, is that 49.58? It's $1.14, not 49. Why doesn't it tell me the price up there? $1.14. So doing some quick math here, $1.14 from 22.75. I don't even need a calculator for that. It's 23.85. 23.89 as I was. I guess I did. Jeez, I guess I did need a calculator. 23.89. So if you were to, wait for this thing to pull back, we want to see it push above this level before I think it's shown its true signs of reversal. Now you could try to time the bottom, but you never truly know where the bottom is. See, you might have thought the bottom was here already, and then we saw the green candle, but then we dropped back down. We're seeing green again. You may think the bottom is here, but it could continue on downwards here. So we were in overbought territory here. We're kind of, pulling back just slightly. So we're going to see. However, this could take all day to run up past this. We saw it yesterday with BLNK and STPK on those two positions that if you were to hang in, throughout the day, it wasn't a quick, 5-6 minute flip. It was more throughout the day. So here would be the time potentially to buy in. Potentially. You see we got rejected there, so you just got to make sure you break above. We'll see what happens here. Volume stepping in, big sell. You don't want to get caught holding the bag on something like this, but I think this thing will continue to rise up here. Again, we need this thing to move quite a bit. I think once it gets a pop, it'll pop up fairly quickly. Not really showing us what we're looking for at the moment here. Still consolidating out, but it's still, I mean, it has already ran up a good amount, and it's got to run up even more. So we're going to hold off on this one for the time being. And you can see there it needs to, we set this point. We need to see it break above, but we also need to see it hold above this level. We need to see it close above, right? Not get rejected as soon as it breaks above, and that's what happened here. So it's not quite ready to get there yet, but we'll keep watching it. I'm going to leave you guys over here on the chart while I get another cup of coffee and take a quick little break, and I will be back in about 5 minutes.
Mic off. Mic on.
All right, sorry, we're back. Looks like we missed our little break there. It's all good, all good. Sometimes the best trade is no trade at all. Remember, we said we wanted to see this thing break above this level and hold it. We broke above there, pushed back. We've got a huge pop up here. I mean, at some point, maybe when you see the pop, you kind of want to see it. It happens very quickly, so you might not have even gotten filled until somewhere in here. So chance there's only 1.5%. But if you were able to time that right, yeah, you're still looking. We still need to go all the way up here to 2089 for the 5% range. So, and it can continue to climb throughout the day. It is setting new highs right now. I don't know if this is all-time highs. Definitely not all-time highs here. Does have some potential to go. So we're gonna go ahead and add this to the stock watch list for 2021. And I think what we're going to do is potentially wait for a pullback and try to buy this thing on a dip here. Just to add it to position for a swing trade. We will continue to follow this. Right now we're so close to the overbought territory that I want to wait for it to pull back down a little bit farther and enter a position here. Probably only like maybe 5-10 positions long, so not a crazy amount, just something to play around with, something so that you know, while AMC is playing out. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna set an alert so that while AMC is playing out, you know, we have something that we can watch and mess around with here. We want to kind of see this. Where's the range here? Like to see this like to see this thing get below about 2281 again. Looks like we're gonna test that high and potentially just keep popping up here. If we do get up to that high of 2319, I think we get rejected. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and set an alert here. Yeah, it's good enough right there. 23.8. All right. Oh, not above, man. Come on, below. We want to see set an alert for below, at or below 2283. I will leave it at 80. Well, let's go at 85, right? All right, so we do hit a nice high number there. Yeah, I know. Got the message for the alert that we just all heard here. So remember there, you know, we saw the pullback, so potentially you were able to get in here, and again for that 5% range, you know, it needs to be 23.89. It's got a ways to go before you make your 5%. So still continuing to push here. Already pretty high up on the day here. We're looking at almost 10%, 9.5% right now, currently somewhere in that range. So above 9%. Just waiting for a pullback here. AMC still holding around 963, so we'll see what happens there. Personally, I think a lot of interest has kind of died down on AMC for the most part. I don't know why. I think it's just maybe all of us that are continuing to hold, but you guys, you know, followed the GME saga at any point. You know, Keith Gill was in the thing for a very long time. I mean, you go back all the way to like last summer and you see his videos, and so it took a long time for that thing to squeeze out and get where it's at. So, you know, we're riding it out. Riding it out for the long term. I think it's good for the long term. We're not worried about AMC. If it keeps dropping, we'll just keep adding to the position size. Not worried at all. They're not going to go bankrupt. They got enough money to make them through the year. Hog 42.49. Really like to see it get up to that 43 range today. Sensonics down 11 cents. 18He down 2 cents. UPC down 13 cents. These are all from close of yesterday. AMTX up about 39 cents. So 26.58. We're almost net neutral there on AMTX. Still need about 12 more cents to go. And AMC down 16 cents from close of yesterday. So nothing crazy. Waiting for this little pullback here. We'll see how far this thing pulls back. It reminds me of this one here, so it might pull back for a couple more minutes. Pull up Fibonacci here. And as you guys can see there, right there, I think potentially we get in this range here of the $23 mark. That could be our opportunity to buy there. I don't know if it's going to go any lower. We're going to find out though. Oh, if you take it over here, you see it didn't even get down to the 38% from all the way down here. So that's not to say that it's going to do that again. Yeah, so still running up there. Remember, if here, I mean, remember, it was only like 2 minutes ago we talked about it. That was our line. We want to see it break above. That would have been your buy point, and then you know, from there 5%. So we missed out on it when we came back from the restroom. It was somewhere around here. So it is what it is. Gonna pull up AMC really quickly, see what's happening over here. Finding some support down here at 962, just kind of floating around. And if we can set a trend line here, our price level, just kind of see how many times it actually respects that. It was level resistance there and there and there and support there, and kind of closed out there, 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 there. So looks like this is a very strong level here. We'd like to see it stay above this. However, it has fallen below it, only, you know, a little bit below. Volume 32,000, 30,000, 39. Not really high in volume. So the thing is there's no news out on AMC. I heard, I think it was Trade said something the other day. It was the news-driven stock that he heard from Tyler Wilson. That he said that, but yeah, I mean, most stocks are could be that way, you know. But AMC definitely, in my opinion, is a news-driven stock. So let's go back over to FUBO, FUBO. On its little pullback right now. See where this thing pulls back to. If it gets below this range, we might be looking at some buy territory in here. So again, if you were following along and you did purchase this thing right above this line here, and you're waiting, like I said earlier, it could take all day to get to that point. Again, if we were to go over to BLNK yesterday, you know, we stopped the stream at about 11 o'clock here. Here's up, that's today, and go back yesterday. Here is about 11 right in here, and I think we started to see this thing pull back in this range here. And then look later on, it shot up, and then it shot up to its high late in the afternoon around power hour here, about 3 o'clock. So that's Central Time. So yeah, we saw it run up. We saw the pullbacks. We saw it run up again. You know, we think FUBO could potentially be on this range, but it may take you all day to get there. So what we're going to do, looks like we found our support level right there. We're going to see what happens if next candle is red and it trends back down a little bit. Volume is still looking very, very good here. Not trying to get FOMO, but I think since we are sitting higher highs and higher lows, that anywhere in this range is probably going to be a good point to buy. So what we're going to do is going to go ahead. We're going to only do 5 positions for now. And it's 23.20. Let's see where this thing kind of pops off at. There's 19. There's 22. 25. Just kind of see what happens. And if it drops lower, what we'll do is we'll add to the position size there. going to close red. How much red though? Volume starting to taper down just slightly. Getting a nice push there. Probably found its consolidation level. 28. Still kind of the top here of the RSI, which I anticipate it may trend this way for a little bit. I think we're still going to see a little bit more of a pullback here on the consolidation range. So what we're going to do is going to pop over to BLNK, just kind of compare the chart a little bit here. You can see even when we're reaching oversold here or overbought here, we fell all the way back down. And it was a big drop off there, so potential could potentially be there. You never know what a stock's going to do. It could just keep rising, but we don't want to get FOMO. We want to make sure we get this thing at a good price point, because even, you know, you think like, oh, okay, we're here, it's going to go up a little bit higher. Well, your range is not much from here to the for the high of the day. However, I think with FUBO, the difference is that FUBO is going to be a swing trade for us. I don't potentially know that this thing is going to keep going up. We're already at like 10% on the day or somewhere around that range. So I think for us, this is more of a swing. And then if we just want to look out at the 180, kind of see where we find the next level of support. That's $26 there. You can see down here, it's a level of support. Again, kind of in that range. So I think that that's our range there is at 26. So that's where I think we could get up to on a swing trade. And what we're going to do is just going to go ahead and let's go ahead and pop in a full 10 shares. All right, and we got filled right there at 23.20. Probably could have waited for a better price point. However, with the volume in this thing, the news catalyst driving this thing, I think that it's going to potentially be a longer term swing trade for us. So what we'll do here, we'll just mark our 23.20. And our 5% is going to be right about there, 24. Oh shoot, why did I mark that there? $24.36. So what we're going to do here is $24.36. We'll just put it 37. Not trying to get greedy, just trying to make sure, because I don't exactly know where we set this. So going over here, we're going to sell 100% of the position here. I just clicked this box here, percentage of position. Again, that's amount, so you can set these parameters here, $500 amounts that you buy or sell that much every time. Value in units, I have it set for 10 and increased by 10 every time that I do it. So anyhow, we're going to sell 100% of the position, 24.37. Day, we're going to go to good to close and extended, confirm and send, and boom. All right, so that's where we got it set. We're gonna leave it there, see what happens. We don't know. We don't think we're gonna get there today. However, we think in the future we will get there very easily. Just kind of going off of this range here, we should easily get there. It may take quite a few days though. Big sell here. Don't know what this is all about, but this is only on the, what is this, 20 day? This is a 10 day. So 10 days ago we were up here. What we're also going to do, we think it could get up that high. I don't want to get greedy. That's the thing. We'll set this for now. We'll check it today. If we get there today, 5% in one day is very good, and we'll take it. If we don't get there today, we'll set an alert for up here. You know, we'll reevaluate this thing. So we've got it set for below 22.85 as well. We may add to the position size if we get below that amount. So for now, we're going to leave it alone, let it be. And looks like we are setting a new high currently. And as you guys can see on the active trade here, we're 10 positions long for a dollar cost average of 23.20. We're up already $3.61. Remember earlier here, you're still not at that 5%, so it can take a while to get to that 5%. This isn't moving as fast what we've seen other positions do. And 23.20, if you just wanted your 2.34%, you're looking at 23.74. So that's pretty good, right? That's a decent amount there. But we're not trading with $1,000. We're trading with a little bit less, a lot less, as a matter of fact. So, you know, we're gonna up the. We're trying to get 5% on trades in a bullish market. We want to get that 5%. Get the money while you can. Appreciate the viewer, whoever you may be. You got any questions or anything? You want me to check anything out? Let me know. Scan. FUBO still on top of the list. Paratech. I feel like we've looked at Paratech before. Up 16%. $1.12. Sohu. 18. We looked at CELC, but it didn't look that great. What else is in here? All up a percentage. Yeah, I might need to up this percentage from like 1 or 2 or 3 and just search for these high running ones. These high running ones, it's a little bit, it's risky, but it's also they move quickly. So FTCV, let's check that one out. It's up 10%. FTCV. Volume's looking okay. It's looking like it's on its pullback right now. Hit a high of 1539. If you guys were watching this thing, this is pretty good here. See how much that is from the day to start. 12.83%. So a couple of chances in there to make your 5%. It just continued to trend on upwards even in low volume. It only just stayed flat, never really pulled back too much. Starting to see its second real pullback here. You know, this being the first, this kind of the second, this kind of the third. I mean, you know, yeah, you could say it's like the fourth, but looks like you got a bounce right here off the SMA. Trading currently underneath the SMA. We'll see what happens. We're gonna go check out FUBO here. FUBO currently running. Remember, we talked about earlier. There's your 5%. It's coming up, 23.89. So we'll see if it gets there. And I need to move some money over, so I'm not playing with margin here. 23.20. We'll just go back to what do we want to watch right now? Okay, so it's not a lot of money there. It's about $230. We're just gonna move that over. I don't like to play with margin, but margin is nice because you can go ahead and trade and not have to worry about it too much. All right, transfer has taken place. Currently, we are up at 2.71%, 2.75, 2.8. All right, so we're getting a little bit of a move there over on FUBO. If you guys were only looking for that 2.34%, there's your percentage right there. And the reason we talk about that percentage number is that you might have been able. All right, so if you guys were following along here, you were able to get your 5%. More than likely within this range. If you were filled very, very close to here, if you waited for the pullback here, again, I would have probably seen it go up. Once it hits past this point, that's where I'm like, all right, it's probably going to be time to buy. So I would have tried to set something in here. We need to go just a little bit higher. So we'll see if it breaks this $24 range and continues on up or not. So where we get that from, and I'll pull up the website. I think it's very good for anybody who's getting into to the market. Okay, I'll just pull it up real quick on the screen here. It's learnplanprofit.net. Learnplanprofit.net. So you guys can enroll. This is Ricky Gutierrez. Blah blah blah. You know, there's his subscriber counts, community members, and then on the Discord. I don't think it shows the Discord numbers. So I don't know why, but the Discord is a very good place. Actually, looks like he's redone the website here. Very nice. So you get, you know, this is basically the program here. He just teaches you guys how to everything. I mean, it's just basically for beginners, right? But he at one point was the youngest millionaire in Gilbert, Arizona. And you get access to the Learn Plan Profit group on Discord, where they do Sunday callouts and a lot of good information here. Don't really want to show his video here. Let's see, not even sure how much the course costs anymore. Okay, so $2.99. A lot of times he gives out discounts, so you could probably get it for a little bit cheaper. It is kind of expensive there at $2.99, but very good information. And he actually, I don't think I have it on this PC. I have it on my laptop. He has a spreadsheet, and he shows you guys that you can take $1,000 and turn it into, like, I think it's 10 or 20,000. I think it's 10 in the first year with just that initial $1,000 investment. If you're only going after 2.34% on each day trade, you're making your 3-day trades successfully each week, every week throughout the year. You keep rolling that money back in. You can get to $10,000 in the year with a $1,000 investment. So just kind of teach you how to grow the account, and he uses a lot of risk management. So for him, this would probably be a position that he would be looking into. As a matter of fact, if I go over to the Discord, let me get my Discord open. I have to close this down. But off here, I will actually find it, and we'll see what they're talking about in the Learn Plan Profit group here. Yep, so we're on the main chat. Maybe we should go to the day trade chat. So he has a lot of chat rooms in here. Um, oh man, what am I doing there? No. All right. Nobody's really up in here. It doesn't look like too many. Huh. Swing chat maybe? Uh-oh, people talking about AMTX in here. All right. AMTX short interest XL. Don't know what that means. People are shorting AMTX. Some call outs on SQ. All right, looky here, guys. Getting close. Seeing a little bit of a pullback. We are in overbought territory, so I expect to see the pullback slightly. You know, I don't think we were being greedy here. We could actually lower this thing just slightly, but at this point, I don't quite know. I think this thing still has some ways to run. Buying power still in it. According to the MACD down here, RSI is slightly tapering down a little bit. We're going to see. I like to see this thing pop a little bit more. AP, man, ETF only chat. We don't want to go up in there. Main chat. All right, look at that. So looks like I mean, I guess I'm the first one to call out FUBO on here. I can't believe that. I mean, I'm somewhere in there. And we sold. All right. I have one day trade in the 5. Okay, so I'm cool on the day trades there. We got our 5%. We got out. That's another rule. Don't get greedy. So, anyhow, I just kind of want to pull this guy up for you guys so you guys can see here on the Discord. You will get access to all these chats here in the Learn Plan Profit group. They have different stocks that they call out throughout the chat. You know, people posting memes and stuff. You can go to the day trade chat here, and they every so often they'll start, a bot will come in and pull up the top moving stocks for the day. As you can see, FUBO is on there. So looking all right. Roblox up there. Okay. Then they've got some swing trade chats here. Palantir. People break down some of their diagnostics and their skills here. So, you know, I kind of stick to the main chat for the most part. It's just a lot of people making calls in here. So, again, here's what we look at volume. You see volume, you see movement. XLF. Let's see if this guy was right here. He says 5-minute consolidation about to tank hard. So I'm going to pull off of here. Leave that on a side. XLF. You see, we could have got a little bit more, but we don't want to get greedy here. If we can take our 5% in the day, that's what we're going to do. Yeah, I think potentially this guy was probably wrong there. So that wasn't a ton of money that we made there. It was only about $11.60 or such. He said XLF. That's where I'm at. That was at 11:47 or 9:47. Wait. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong area. Okay. All right. So you can see here. Here's the time up. That's 9:45. He said it at 9:47. This is 9:48 right here. He said 5-minute consolidation about to tank hard. You see, got a little pop and tanked hard. So there's some good call outs. A lot of people know what they're talking about in the Learn, Plan, Profit. The only reason I bring it up to you guys is that they explain things a lot better. I think that if you're new to trading, that's probably where you should start, is getting a lesson plan like that. And I think Learn, Plan, Profit is the best one. They don't try to tell you that you're going to make a fortune on the market, but if you be very careful, you see this thing still steadily popping up here. So we don't want to get greedy. We already took 1170. Could trade it again, but we're still very much overbought here. So you know, like I said, I think we still have range to get back up to this this range in here at the $26 range. So I think there's still a long ways to go. You see there's level support there and a level resistance there, and that's pretty much our next gap up in here. So I think it's still got a ways to go, and steadily climbing. So could still get there. We did our 5% already. I kind of just want to leave it alone. Don't want to get too greedy. You see on Harley, we're trying to get our 5% out of this one. 5% is not a lot of money. However, with the dividends that we got over the last couple years, you know, we're okay. And we've held this thing for a very long time. So starting to consolidate here. Let's see, if I were to lower this just to get out of the position, although I need to be patient. Gotta have patience in the market. Can't trade with emotions. I mean, there's 4.6% there from the 40.85. So I mean, we're really close enough to that 5%, but I think we're gonna get there. We just don't have a lot of volume right now. Gonna take a look at FUBO and see where it's at. 24.97, still climbing. Going through a little bit of a pullback here. A lot of volume still stepped in. FUBO to the moon. Um,
Mic off. Mic on.
somebody's calling out NIO, solid entry point. They're at 957 1 minute ago. This guy's saying scale in, scale out. I don't know if he's referring to FUBO. meaning don't go all in or sell out all out at once. Which we didn't, but we could have added and then added to position a little bit more. If you guys were to get in around this range that we talked about back here, you're looking at almost another 10% there. So this thing is shooting up very nicely here. Hopefully, whoever's watching this tag long enough to make a little bit of a profit and get out here. So all my 0 viewers right now, you guys missed out. You guys missed out. It's all good. See what happens here. Starting to consolidate for a little bit. Oh, let me just zoom that back out. Let's look at a 10-day here. So very, very close to the support level down here on this 10-day chart, 25.23. So I think this thing could run up a little bit more, but I think it's just about done for the time being. Could continue to push up a little bit more though. I mean, that's huge news for FUBO. Huge news. I mean, look at that. I like that. Gosh. This is what we need to see with AMC. All the way down from 21.36 to 25.10. Still setting new highs right now for the day, for the week, not for the 10-day. We're gonna see. I don't really want to make 2 day trades in the same day. I kind of want to save some gas for next week, but there's definitely opportunity here with FUBO. Sorry, I think I've had myself off the entire time here during that entire run. Don't know why. I just kind of left it there. Didn't even check my OBS to see what was happening. FUBO Rogue 25. The real would that be reverse? So what is this guy talking about? There's people like having comments to each other, but I don't see. Dude, 25.20, still moving. Nasty, nasty. Again, don't get greedy. Know your entry point, know your exit point. Don't get greedy. Follow your strategy. Trade off of volume and catalyst, and know your PDT rule. We know our PDT rule going in that we had reset ourselves from last week, and we knew our entry point. We knew our exit point. We didn't get greedy. We stuck to the 5%. There is opportunity to make a little bit more here. But, you know, it is what it is. Don't get greedy. We got to follow the strategy. When we follow the strategy, we make good trades. So, between last week and this week, I don't think I traded anything this week at all. We had a short week last week, and I can't believe it's already Friday. We just kind of watched the market this week to see what was happening. This was the first area that we actually saw. And this is the first thing that I actually saw. I was like, okay, this one for sure here. So anyhow, 3 out of the 4 day trades that we made over last week and this week were profitable. The 4th one, as you guys know, UPC was still sitting down here and currently down about 21 bucks. So Um, yeah, sometimes it plays like that, and we're just gonna hold the bag on it for a little while. Gonna continue to watch FUBO here. 25.35, starting to pull back a little bit, and we're still in overbought territory. At some point, I feel like this thing is gonna pop down, but just looking at the 20-day and at the 10-day, I think this thing continues to shoot up. We're gonna watch it, see what happens, see if there's a pullback here. Volume is still in it. We do see selling pressure starting to step in. Let's pull up the level 2s here, the active traders, see kind of what's going on. Buyers down, yeah, 24.90, so starting to push this thing down a little bit. 24.89, 87, 84. All right, now we're starting to drop a little bit. See where we find our support level at. If we find support, I still think this thing can go up a lot more. All right, hog is getting up where we need it to be. 42.88. Got up to the 42.90 mark. Just seeing how far this thing is going to pull back here. If it's going to continue to fall or if we're going to see a bit of reversal here. So here's where we're watching. We saw the pullback. We're waiting for the reversal. Volume is still most certainly into this thing. And we're seeing the a little bit here. Little bit here. Really need to see it pop up above, almost to get back into this $25 range pretty much. Massive push down. It's got to be patient. You think it's there, but remember, you need to see signs of reversal, and we haven't seen that. It still is not consolidating yet. All right, if we take off this active trader, we zoom in a little bit more, you guys can see every minute it closes lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. So it's not done. You just got to be patient, let this thing, you know, do its thing. And if we look, it's starting to see a little pullback here. I mean, it's got a ways that it could go. I mean, this thing ran up pretty nasty. If we're just pulling a Fibonacci retracement here all the way from the bottom. Oh shoot, what in the world? What kind of freaking Fibonacci was that? You can see here we're not even quite down below the 23% line just yet. I don't think we'll touch this 38.2. I think we'll get a little bit lower than this, and then we'll see if it reverses or not. I think we'll drop down probably about this 24 range or so, and we're gonna see. I mean, steadily making lower lows right now, so just got to be patient, wait it out. We're going to delete that order to buy. I don't think we're in this thing right now. Let's go over to hog, because hog 42.90 getting up there. Remember, 43.20 is our sell order here. Potentially going to take that away. Maybe just go ahead and take our profit. I really wanted to get at least 5% on this. I don't want to get greedy also. We see we're in overbought territory there. Starting to pull back just slightly. Volume pushed in a little bit, but as soon as it pushed in, it looks like it pushed out. So, could be the spot. Again, we waited so long on this. It would be a shame to go ahead and take it out early. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not that worried about it. We've had it in there for a very long time. I'm fine with being a shareholder of the Harley-Davidson brand and company. And, all right. Looking like we potentially may have found our consolidation point here. Got to see signs of reversal, though. And volume. Got to see the volume. Really want to see this thing above this level here. And stay above this level here. 24.66. Truthfully, I'd prefer to see it above this level here at 24.90 before I would think that it's going to bounce back up. But it could be done running for the day. You never know. It's still so early on in the day. Heck, we're only 10 o'clock right now. We did make our one trade for the day already, so I'm not too concerned with you know, trying to make another one. Just waiting to see if there's an opportunity here. All right, so you're seeing we're showing signs of reversal. However, we could be getting rejected by the SMA here. Really like to see this thing pop up above and stay above the SMA. You see it here. We popped above and then we stayed above for a while. We bounced off of it and we just continued on up, bouncing off it a few times. So we need to pop above the SMA, which is blue line, and stay above for a little bit. So people on the Discord were saying that FUBO went from $25 to $60 in 6 days with FUBO. Alright, so we're kind of hitting this mark. The only thing that's scary is we've risen so much in so little time that it's bound for a market correction. So it sounds like a lot of people were on the FUBO train not too long ago. Yeah, see that 24.90. That's what we talked about. We really like to see it above that level. I mean, I said above here, but and then you know really would like to see it above here before we really see signs. So you know it's risky to try to get in now. We're going through some consolidation right now. And it may be gearing up for another run this afternoon. I don't know. People are saying that FUBO breaking $25 would be signs of reversal. I think we just talked about that a few moments ago. Um, so yeah, I mean, I'm guessing that's right. If you take from where they traded at, within the 10-day range, they kind of fell down, consolidated for a little bit, making some lows here, and then would need to break above this point here at 23.90, so about $24 needs to break above. However, in order to truly show signs of reversal, you want to see it close above that even higher. And so, um, like like we look here at this, we see the pullback. It didn't consolidate for very long here, and then we show signs of reversal, showing that it's closing above this, right? It's making a new a higher than this low. But realistically, you want to see it go up even higher than that. So let's say that this is that 10-day time frame we looked at, right? You see it pop down here, kind of went up, but you want to see it get above some of these higher points to really show that it's going to start testing again, because it pulled back down up, and then this will be the level, right? So it pulled down and went up. Anyhow, needs to break above this 24.91 to really show signs of reversal on today. However, on the 10-day or the 20-day, I think we're there. This still is a very good swing play here. We may have to get into it. Hog 42.93, looking good over here on Hog. Up about $87.20. So here's the 180 day. This was back in December, up to 160, or just sorry, up to $63. So had it, huge. This was 6 days on the rise, and then the pullback probably equally is 6 days. Kind of trading there. I think we got a couple bucks for this thing to go, but I don't think it's got too much higher. I don't know if it gets here. I think this was the second pop. I think we'll get up, but I think potentially we're trading in here in this 26 to 29 range. I don't think it's going to go much higher than that, although you never really know, especially with this news coming out. Like, this is huge news for this company, and being the company that it is, it's crazy. I want to say I used to watch, is it a FUBO or Justin TV or something, where I used to stream stuff. All right, so now we're showing our signs of reversal here. Boom, we're back up. And not so fast. See if we can get a bounce off the SMA. AMTX doing okay, 26.62. We're almost net neutral on AMTX. Still down on UPC. What we'll probably do with UPC is we'll probably average down our position the lower we go. Wait for a good solid green day, and then close our position out. Yeah, I think we're still consolidating right now. Volume is still doing okay. Looks like we did get a push off the SMA. However, we're not truly done consolidating right here. We got a little bit of push. Let's see if we can bounce again. I'm gonna leave you guys on the chart for a moment, and I'm going to take a quick break. All right, I'm back here. Keep that there. Pull this up. All right, good to go there. Good to go there. Let's see here. Volume 43.64 million. Average volume 19. So starting to find range within here. It could find its way back up, but this is good news for us if we're looking for a swing trade. Let's see. This guy's saying volume is over 2 times the normal. Pretty good indication it will continue to go up. Talking about so we think this thing is going to continue to rise. We'll just see. We will see. What I may do is close out my position with Harley, take a little bit less profit than what I anticipated. You know, maybe take 4.5, and then see what happens there. We'll see here. What are we at? So we're at 40.85. Gotten up that far. Oh, well, what do you know? Why did I have it set so high? Oh, I know why. Yeah. Okay. Choices. Potentially we could get out very cleanly here at 42.98, 42.97. Really would love to see this thing hit 43. I think I had it up to almost 6% there. I mean, I'm guessing that's what the range was at 40.85 all the way up to 43.20. 5.75%. So I think I just wanted a little bit more. Again, this is a super long-term swing play, so that's why, you know, not really getting greedy, just wanting more percentage. But see if we can get a bounce above the SMA here. We're currently trading underneath it. If we get a bounce above, I think we'll continue to rise here. Gonna watch FUBO. Still moving down, so you know, not done consolidating just yet. It will pull back quite a bit. Let's see here. Fibonacci retracement all the way down from here up to, let's just call it there. Still got a little ways to go before we're, you know, to this 38. I think we're super bullish on this position here. I think a lot of people are. I think that's why we're not going to see this 50, and we're not even going to plan to see this 50, although it could get down to 50 and get a bounce. But I think more than likely we get closer to the 38.2 and get a bounce there. Gosh, it's people that have no business trading, I guess, up on here. Jeez. He's right on. These people got a lot to learn. They don't know what volume is. If you don't know what volume means, you probably should stay away from trading for just a little bit longer, you know. I don't mean stay away, I just mean, you know, don't put a ton of money into it until you understand what you're looking at. Some people think that when the volume goes up only means that people are buying. That's not necessarily the case. Truthfully, I hope somebody was watching that this morning in here. We missed out a little bit in here. We ended up getting in and getting this rise out of it. We got our 5% got out on FUBO. Looking to potentially enter into another position here. Harley, all right. Looks like we're a bounce above the SMA here. Would really like to see this thing hit $43 and us just go ahead and take our 5. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna close out 100% of the position here at $43. for $1,806.01 for the commission fee here. Don't know why we're even being charged 1 penny. It's pretty strange. Matter of fact, what we're going to do, we're not going to set anything just yet. We're going to set an alert here. Another alert at or above 42.96. See what happens here. I mean, with the PT being set at 49, this one's a little bit different. When we talk about know your entry and your exit point, that's mostly for a day or a short-term swing trade, and knowing that, you know, if you want 5%, you're going to get that 5%, and then that's your point there. However, with Harley, we've been in this thing for about 3 years now, so dividends over the 3 years, let's say, and what it used to be. I mean, currently, dividend is 15 cents per share quarterly, so it's 60 cents a year. So, man, I swear it used to be like a dollar or something. $1.50. Oh, should just went there. Yeah, it used to be $1.50. So let's go back to AMTX. All right, finding some support here, hopefully, and we can continue on up. But we're trying to stay above this SMA. Going back over to FUBO, I just need to get a position here so I can keep it on the positions list. Let's see. What else are we looking at? AT&T up 1 cent. AMC down to 9.52. Not very good right now. I was doing the math here. So 1.50 times, I think 42 shares is $63 per year times, let's just say 2.5. I mean, we're still making about another $150 off the dividends, because last year we barely made anything on it. I think we actually...
Mic off. Mic on.
I thought my girlfriend was calling me. I guess not. I think, you know, we made 30 bucks on this thing not too long ago on old Harley Davidson there. We'll see what happens. You know, we're down to let it play out for a little bit longer. I mean, all this week we've had PTs being raised after PTs being raised, so yeah, so I mean, PT raised there to 49, PT raised there to 45, PT raised there to 43. So that's 3 within the last 10 days. So we think we can get back up here a little bit higher. We're gonna hold on, see what happens, just kind of watch it. I would like to get into FUBO though with this, basically swap this entire position out. Huge rise today. Alright, so think there's our you know, we need to see our, you know, sign of a reversal here. We're pushing above the SMA once again. See if we can close above the SMA and continue our trend on upwards here. Could mean time to buy. Could mean. Gotta watch it though. What the fuck is going on up in there? I don't know why nobody's really using the day trading chat. Got a penny stock chat in here. Nobody's really using this either. Trade ideas. Announcements. Oof. Someone here saying, on a serious note, FUBO looking like a falling wedge on the 1 and 3 minute for all traders who trade on hope. All right, let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and take this away. And what we're going to do is going to draw some trend lines here. Dude, come on. Matter of fact, let me just redo this real quick. I like to get this thing perfect here. And That's on the 1 minute. Let's take a look at the 3 minute here. Not really. I mean, could be. So I just looked up falling wedge pattern just so you guys can see what that looks like. Just, we are learning here on this channel. And a falling wedge found in an uptrend is seen as a continuation pattern that comes up as the market temporarily contracts. It shows the resumption of the uptrend. Again, this indicates that traders can look for potential buying opportunities. And I mean, this is obviously going to be super picture perfect here, and that's not what we're going to find. All right, we're going to pull this back off. So that's really not what I'm seeing on that. This is on the 3 minute. Starting to look pretty decent though. I think it's going to start trending back upwards, but I would think that a falling wedge would necessarily be more of this right here. Something like that. And I guess to their point, maybe because this wasn't in, I mean, I don't know, I wouldn't necessarily know where you plot these. Maybe if you're, I don't know, don't quite know, so you could say that. Go back to the 1 day 1 minute. However, just following this trend here, seems we are starting to break above. And let's get rid of some of this. Looks like we had a decent little W here. You can see here, I mean, even if you go to this point here, you've got your triple tops here, 1, 2, 3, and we're starting to break above. So definitely looking like it's going to start making the move up. We got a bump above the SMA here. Looking like it's moving pretty good. Volume still pumped into this thing. Could be pretty decent here. Kind of need to see us get above this 2470 point. Remember, sometimes no trade is the best trade you can make. So demo day for Palantir is on the 14th of April. Some people in the chats are saying that that could be a good position to enter. We will see. If we can close out of Harley Davidson, what is the 14th? Today's the 9th, so 14th is what, like Tuesday, Wednesday? Oh shit. From 1 to 1:30. Okay, I've got a conference call today. I completely forgot about. One o'clock. All right. '14th is Wednesday. All right, we're gonna zoom back out on the old FUBO here. I mean, that would look like a falling wedge, but I don't see. I mean, maybe if you take that. However, I think it's starting to die down just a little bit. I think with everyone probably taking lunch and stuff like that. We're gonna come back to AMC here. Looks like we're just kind of trading about the 950, 9.5 range. So is what it is, man. Saw a little bit of volume step up, but mostly selling pressure. Taking a look at the level twos here, sell wall there. Not a lot, but a little bit. 957. Yeah, that's a lot there at 958. So I just don't know, man. That's a lot. 958. Yeah, we're just not doing so hot. Not doing so hot here. We are up in some of our other positions that we were down in. We're actually net neutral here. 5 cents up on AMTX. Dog starting to howl. I'll be right back.
Mic off. Mic on.
All right. Oh, for a moment there, I thought we were looking at AMC's chart. I was like, whoa, what happened? No, that's not the case. Yeah, we're starting to trend back up here. Let's do a little test here. Yeah, even that, I don't necessarily think. Yeah. Anyhow, just looking at some stuff here, guys. Okay, we'll just wrap up through some of the positions here. Down a little bit on UPC again, another 7 cents since close of yesterday, but not looking too bad. Looks like we're trying to trend upwards to that $5 range. We can get back up there, we'll be all right. AT&T currently setting dead even from where we closed at yesterday. Sensonics down 14 cents. See, just barcoding flat there. Rocket got a little pop up this morning, then bounced back down. So we see an ascending W right here. Almost a little triple top here, but it didn't quite make the break. It bounced back down, then made the breakout. Harley, let's see, just kind of bouncing around the SMA right now. Volume starting to die out just slightly here. Probably trade like this for a little bit longer. AMTX, got a bit to go, so we were already looking there. And old girl AMC not looking so great, but you know, starting to form a little ascending W here. You can see there will be a triple top right there. 1, 2. I mean, I guess you count that as 3, but 2, and then this will be the 3. So I'm looking for this thing to get a pop up. We'll see if it happens. That'd be a break above 960. We'll see if it gets there. Doubt that it will, with the way that's been trading the last few weeks here. All right. Could probably get rid of this stuff right here. Let me activate this drawing here. Activate. Let's move this pivot point out slightly. What the heck? Come on, man. Yeah. See if we can get a breakout here. As you guys can see, we're off the trend line here. We were trending downwards. Now we're starting to consolidate and potentially going to be getting a bounce. So I'm thinking that that's potentially what a wedge pattern would essentially look like. You know, if you're in a downtrend, you start to break out above that trend line here. So potentially could be the time to start looking to buy here. We are trading above the SMA and have been for a couple moments. All right, so we added another 10 positions here at 24.55. We're going to see what happens. Not a lot here. We'll see if some volume starts to push up into this thing at some point here. This is basically on a swing, not really a scalp opportunity right now. We're just doing this solely off of a little swing here. We're just going to see what happens for the rest of the day and leave that be. Taking a look at Harley, just kind of trading flat. And I think that's probably going to do it for us. I want to thank you guys for watching the stream. We went a little bit longer today than I anticipated. We actually had some good price action moving on through most of the day here. Let me see. I got a question here. See if I can answer that. Invest it all and jump on. Yeah. All right. We're getting off now as it is. So we went a little bit longer today. What are we going for right now? Looks like Try to pull it up there. 2 hours and 25 minutes. So not too long. We did make one successful day trade here, getting our 5% locked in on FUBO. Looking like we'll just take a look at FUBO real quick, or I will. Up already again, another $1.20 on FUBO right now. So seeing what we're gonna do here. If we get another 5% out of this trade, and really would be looking to close out Harley Davidson and enter a position into FUBO because we think it's a good swing trade there. So FUBO, that's the ticker we're going to be looking at for next week. I think it's a hot stock for next week. We'll see what happens for the rest of the week. I think this thing keeps on moving with its big announcement and where it had been trading at for the last or 10 days ago and 20 days ago and 6 months ago. So anyways, thank you guys for watching the stream and you know, hey, appreciate it. See you maybe this afternoon. If not, see you next week. Have a great weekend and a good rest of your Friday. Enjoy the weekend. Peace out.
Mic off.